Donald Trump is absolutely spiraling right now after suffering a humiliating defeat in Indiana, where the state Senate just rejected his aggressive push to redraw congressional maps in a way that would have favored Republicans by potentially adding 2 more seats. What makes this even more telling is that Trump held an Oval Office press conference where he tried to downplay it, claiming Indiana redistricting wasn't a big priority for him. He said he barely paid attention and wasn't very involved. But let's fact-check that with the receipts, because the evidence shows otherwise. First, watch this clip of how Trump reacted when asked about the loss. In Indiana, just a few moments ago, the Senate there rejected the congressional maps to redistrict in that state. A number of Republicans voted against that redistricting effort. You have spent a lot of time talking about this. The vice president traveled to Indiana. What's your reaction? Well, we won every other state. That's the only state. It's funny because I won Indiana all 3 times by a landslide, and I wasn't working on it very hard. Would have been nice. I think we would have picked up 2 seats if we did that. And you had one gentleman, the head of the Senate, I guess Bray, whatever his name is. I heard he was against it and probably lose his next primary, whatever that is. I hope he does. But because he's done a tremendous disservice. I mean, think of it. It's a great place. I love the people there. They love me. We won in a landslide all 3 times. Got tremendous votes. I got record votes. And there's no reason for doing that. And the Democrats do it to us. So I can't imagine that they do it, but I wasn't very much involved. But there's a man named Bray as I guess, head of the Senate. Was that Bray? Is that the name Bray? I mean, I'm sure that whenever his primary is, it's I think in 2 years. But I'm sure he'll go down. He'll go down. I'll certainly support anybody who wants to go against. Now, the facts. Trump posted multiple times directly pressuring Indiana lawmakers, threatening primaries if they didn't go along with the new maps. For example, on November 18th, he wrote about working with Governor Mike Braun on picking up 2 seats, saying the governor must deliver, or he'd be the only one who didn't. He threatened to endorse against any senator or House member who voted no. He called out Senate Leader Rod Bray as a complete and total rhino, opposed to redistricting. He expressed disappointment in Senate. Republicans led by Bray and others for not wanting to redraw the maps to gain seats. He praised the House for passing it and urged the Senate to send it to the governor. ASAP, even saying certain senators needed encouragement to vote yes. That's a clear threat. It wasn't just Trump. Allies, like the Heritage Foundation's action arm, threatened that if the Senate rejected the maps, Indiana could lose federal funding.